Have you ever held something so small, yet so powerful, that it could change your entire financial future? I'm not talking about gold. I'm not talking about diamonds. I'm talking about a coin, a $50, that looks so ordinary, yet hides a value that can make your jaw drop. Welcome back to True Coin Value, where every video uncovers the hidden treasures that could be sitting in your pocket, your old drawer, or your family coin box. Today, we're diving deep into a world of mystery, history, and shocking worth as we uncover the top 4 ultra-rare and most valuable Franklin $50 known to exist in today's blazing hot coin market. And trust me, you will want to watch till the end, because the final coin we reveal will make you rethink every Franklin you have ever seen. Now, get ready, because coin number 1 is something that will send chills down the spine of every serious collector in America. Let's step into the story of a coin that carries the legacy of Benjamin Franklin himself and the power of a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. Coin number 1. When we talk about the birth of an American legend, we're talking about 1948, the very first year the Franklin $50 was ever struck. But among the millions produced that year, one mysterious version, marked with a bold D for the Denver Mint, stands above all others. This coin isn't just rare, it's the beginning of a dynasty. The Franklin $50 replaced the Walking Liberty series, marking a new chapter in American coinage. Designed by John R. Sinek, the same artist who sculpted Franklin's image with such reverence that even his initials, JRS, became iconic among collectors, this coin was a symbol of post-war strength and rebirth. The 1948 with D Franklin $50 carries a composition of 90% silver and 10% copper, a blend that glows with that unmistakable silvery warmth any vintage US mints could achieve. Over time, exposure and storage created a phenomenon collectors whisper about: the brown layer effect, a rich, natural toning that wraps the coin in antique beauty. This particular brown-toned finish, when paired with a well-preserved surface and crisp mint mark, gives it a haunting, museum-like aura. Each curve of Franklin's face, each line in the Liberty Bell, seems alive under the light, shimmering like history frozen in time. But here's what sends chills down the collector community. While many 1948 Franklins exist, only a tiny handful of these Denver-minted brown-toned specimens have survived in nearly pristine condition. Most were circulated into oblivion, worn smooth, melted for silver, or lost in decades of trade. Yet, a few rare survivors still breathe among us, and when one appears on the market, it's like lightning striking twice. Every serious numismatist knows the rule: the rarer the strike, the more breathtaking the value. The 1948 with D, especially in this rich, brown-lustered condition, stands as a collector's dream. A coin that doesn't just carry metal, but memory, artistry, and legend. Collectors who have seen it in person describe it as a treasure that doesn't just shine, it whispers. And whisper it does, through decades of hidden vaults and secret collections, until finally it lands in the open market, where its price speaks louder than ever before. And here's the shocker: the 1948 with D Franklin $50 in this stunning, brown-layered, nearly perfect condition has reached a staggering market value of around $86,000. That's not fiction. That's today's truth. A truth that turns a small piece of silver into what can only be described as a modern-day treasure. Prices like these are rising faster than ever before. The demand is catching fire across America. Every coin show, every online auction, every serious collector's table, the moment this coin appears, all eyes lock in. The value is increasing month by month. The excitement is unstoppable. The potential is limitless. If you ever find one of these in a collection, even slightly resembling this rare condition, hold it, protect it, treasure it. Because what you are holding isn't just a coin. You're holding an artifact of American history. A bridge to a time when craftsmanship met character and rarity met fortune. For collectors, the 1948 with D is more than a trophy. It's a reminder that sometimes the smallest details hold the biggest rewards. So, here's a tip from experts and veterans of the trade. Always inspect the 1948 Franklins closely for mint marks and natural toning. Look for that D just above the Liberty Bell's crack, and if you spot that earthy brown glow, you may have just uncovered one of the most coveted pieces of silver ever minted. And remember this, coins like the 1948 with D aren't just rising in value. They're skyrocketing. The market is catching on, and prices are pushing new records every season. If you think $86,000 sounds unreal, give it time, because this coin's story isn't finished yet. Stay tuned, because we are just getting started. Up next, we will uncover another Franklin that is breaking records, stunning collectors, and proving that the world of rare coins is more alive than ever. And hey, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, because true coin value brings you freshly updated treasure stories every single day. Who knows? The next rare fortune we reveal might be sitting right in your pocket. Next coin number 2. Just when you think you've seen all the treasures the Franklin series could offer, another mystery surfaces from the silver shadows of history. Our next find, a coin that looks humble at first glance, conceals a story so powerful it's rewriting collector records in today's market. This is the 1961 with D Franklin $half, a piece that stands at the edge of an era, carrying the last breath of the Silver Age before the world of American coinage changed forever. Let's step back to 1961. America was booming, a country alive with energy, innovation, and change. The space race was heating up, JFK was stepping into the White House, and across the nation, the U.S. Mint in Denver was striking millions of Franklin $half to meet a roaring economy's demand for silver. But here's where fate intervened. Among those countless coins, a microscopic number emerged with unique surface patterns, faint, shadowy gray spots that developed from natural toning and atmospheric reactions over decades. Most were dismissed as ordinary toning, but expert collectors and graders today recognize these gray-misted survivors as something else entirely, distinctive, character-rich, ultra-rare specimens that stand apart from their gleaming counterparts. Their texture, their toning, the soft gradient between silver and shadow, it gives each coin a ghostly, almost cinematic presence. Under light, the Liberty Bell doesn't just shine, it glows through the mist, like a relic from a forgotten time. And make no mistake, this is more than a coin. This is the story of America's final years of 90% silver coinage. The 1961 D Franklin is crafted with precision, 90% silver, 10% copper, weighing in at 12.5 grams of history. It's the kind of piece that feels alive in your hand, a solid echo of a different age, a time when every $half had weight, soul, and unmistakable power. Now here's the twist. While the Denver Mint produced millions, nearly all were heavily circulated, stripped of their luster, or melted down when silver's value surged. But those rare few that survived, especially in almost fine condition with their natural gray-toned identity intact, are now lighting up the coin market like wildfire. Collectors today are chasing these like ancient relic hunters. And each time one hits an auction floor, it doesn't just sell, it stuns. Experts have seen bidding wars erupt over this coin, dealers leaning forward, eyes wide, because they know what is happening: a silent revaluation. A coin once overlooked is now being celebrated as a masterpiece of survival and beauty. And the shock that follows: the current market value of this 1961 with D. Franklin half dollar, in almost fine condition with those authentic grey tones, is soaring to an incredible $78,500. Yes, you heard that right. $78,500. That's not a myth. That's today's market, alive, breathing, and growing hotter by the week. And this value isn't standing still. Experts predict it will continue to rise as collectors compete for the last remaining top-condition examples. The demand for original surface, naturally toned Franklins has exploded. It's a fire that keeps feeding itself, and the 1961 with D is now at the center of that storm. So if you ever come across a 1961 half dollar, look closer. Check for that D mint mark, tucked proudly just above the Liberty Bell's beam. Watch for those subtle, haunting grey spots. They are not flaws. They're the fingerprints of time, the markings of authenticity that make your coin stand out in a sea of common strikes. For collectors, this coin represents the perfect balance: rarity, condition, and history. And that's exactly why its price keeps marching upward, step by step, towards even more jaw-dropping heights. The message is simple: never underestimate what history hides beneath the surface. Because the next time you hold a Franklin half dollar, you might just be holding a treasure worth more than you ever imagined. So keep your eyes open, keep your passion sharp, and remember, here at True Coin Value, we uncover the secrets others overlook. And trust me, the next coin on this list, it is even rarer, even more powerful, and its story will leave you speechless. Stay with me, because the deeper we go, the bigger the treasures become. Next coin, number 3. Sometimes the end of a story holds the most powerful beginning. Our next coin doesn't just close a chapter, it seals the legacy of an American masterpiece. This is the 1963 with D. Franklin half dollar, the final year this iconic series ever saw the light of a minting press. It's the coin that marked the end of an era, and unknowingly the birth of another. Let's rewind the clock to early 1963. America was standing on the edge of transformation. The Kennedy era was dawning. The space dream was alive, and behind the walls of the Denver Mint, the machines thundered for one last time to honor Benjamin Franklin's enduring presence on American currency. Each coin struck that year carried more than silver. It carried sentiment, the quiet pride of a nation saying farewell to a design that had become part of its heart. Now here's where this story gets almost mythical. Among the millions produced, a select few emerged with a brilliance so sharp, so crisp, that they defied the passing of time. Their features gleamed with razor-edge clarity: Franklin's profile, the crack on the Liberty Bell, the crisp D mint mark just below, everything in perfect harmony. Those are the 1963 with D very clear condition Franklins. And make no mistake, they are ultra-rare. Under the magnifying glass, the details leap to life. The definition of Franklin's hair, the striking precision of the bell lines, the even surface that glows like frozen silver light. This isn't your average circulated coin. This is what collectors call numismatic perfection, a time capsule of skill, precision, and pride. The 1963 with D half dollar was composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, weighing the same 12.5 grams that had defined the series for 15 years. But after 1963, the world would never see another Franklin minted again. When President Kennedy was assassinated later that same year, the United States Mint immediately halted the Franklin series to honor the fallen leader with a new design, the Kennedy half-dollar. That sudden shift made the 1963 with D. Franklin the final heartbeat of its kind, a coin that captures the exact moment when history changed direction. And that, right there, is why collectors revere it. It's not just about silver, it's about symbolism, closure, and the final masterpiece of an American legend. Now, let's talk rarity. While millions were minted, nearly all were handled, spent, circulated, gone. Those struck with perfect clarity and preserved with care became increasingly scarce. And when a very clear condition 1963 with D surfaces in today's market, collectors recognize it instantly, that icy luster, that mirror-like brilliance, and they don't hesitate. Auctions get fierce. Dealers whisper. Collectors hold their breath, because they know what is coming next. The current market value for a 1963 with D. Franklin half-dollar in this very clear, near-perfect condition has exploded to around $73,000, a jaw-dropping figure that proves one truth. Even the end of an era can be worth a fortune. And this isn't a passing spike. This is a rising tide. The value of this coin keeps climbing, fueled by nostalgia, scarcity, and the relentless passion of collectors who understand what it represents. Think about it. This was the last Franklin half-dollar ever struck. Every line on its surface tells the story of the end, and yet that's exactly what makes it a new beginning for value. Coin historians and grading experts agree. We are witnessing a renaissance in demand for the Franklin series, and the 1963D is at the forefront of that movement. Its market price is not just stable, it's growing, month after month, sale after sale. So here's your collector's insight. If you ever find a 1963 half-dollar with a D mint mark, examine it carefully under bright light. If you see those ultra-sharp details, if Franklin's hairlines are crisp and the Liberty Bell's crack is perfectly defined, don't blink. You might be holding one of the cleanest, most valuable final-year strikes in American numismatic history. Because this isn't just silver. This is the finale of an American icon, captured in metal, sealed in time, and rising in value faster than anyone expected. And that's the magic of this coin. The 1963 with D. Franklin half-dollar proves that endings can become the rarest treasures of all. Stay tuned, because our final coin is the one that everyone has been waiting for. The rarest, the boldest, the one that makes collectors' hearts race and investors lean closer to the screen. You're about to see the ultimate Franklin, the one that could redefine what value really means. Keep watching. This is True Coin Value, bringing you freshly updated discoveries every single day, where history, rarity, and fortune collide. Next coin number 4. And now we've reached the finale. The coin that even veteran collectors whisper about. The one that almost never shows its face, and when it does, it sends shockwaves through the entire coin world. This is coin number 4, the 1950 Franklin half-dollar, without a mint mark, cloaked in mysterious black layers and preserved in stunning, almost unreal beauty. At first glance, it looks like something straight out of a hidden vault, its surface wrapped in deep charcoal tones, the kind of color that only decades of untouched preservation can create. But beneath that dark shimmer lies something extraordinary, the early heartbeat of the Franklin legacy itself. Let's journey back to 1950, a time when America was recovering, rebuilding, and reimagining. The post-war glow was still alive, but the economy was shifting. The value of silver was already beginning to rise, and the U.S. Mint was perfecting the art of striking coins that carried both pride and precision. The 1950 Franklin half-dollar came straight out of the Philadelphia Mint, which means no mint mark. That smooth, blank space below the Liberty Bell has become one of the most hauntingly powerful identifiers in coin history. Made of 90% silver and 10% copper, the 1950 Franklin was part of a nation rediscovering its craftsmanship. Every detail from Franklin's calm intellectual gaze to the bold crack of the Liberty Bell was struck with perfect balance. But what makes this particular specimen so captivating is that mysterious black layer that formed naturally over time. This deep, dark patina isn't damage, it's transformation. It's the fingerprint of time itself. And collectors know that when black toning develops evenly, revealing contrast against silver highlights, it becomes a visual masterpiece, what experts call antique perfection. Now here's the suspense. This coin, this 1950 no-mint mark Franklin, is one of the rarest and most visually mesmerizing examples ever discovered. The combination of early-year mintage, no-mint mark, natural black toning, and beautifully preserved surfaces makes it a once-in-a-lifetime find. Most 1950s were spent, melted, or worn into silver dust long before collectors recognized their potential. But this one, it survived. Unscathed, uncirculated, untouched by time, a living time capsule of post-war America. Numismatists across the United States have called it one of the most hauntingly beautiful Franklins ever struck. It's the kind of piece that stops coin shows dead in their tracks. When the lights hit it just right, those black layers ignite with metallic fire, revealing hints of silver, gray, and bluish undertones, a natural art display formed by pure chance. And now, for the moment every collector waits for. The current market value of the 1950 Franklin half-dollar without mint mark, with those breathtaking black layers in such remarkable condition, has reached an unbelievable $95,880 in today's market. Yes, that's not a legend. That's the real, verifiable, current truth. This isn't just a coin, it's treasure incarnate. The kind of treasure that can change what you believe about coin collecting forever. And the best part? This value isn't peaking, it's climbing. Each year, fewer of these surface. Each year, demand grows fiercer. Every new sale pushes the next one higher. Experts say it is only a matter of time before this beauty breaks six figures and becomes a headline piece in the world of rare silver. So here's a tip for collectors who dare to dream big. Study the 1950 Franklins closely. Look for those without a mint mark, with that deep, even toning, especially those showing clean edges, sharp bell lines, and smooth, natural surfaces. If you ever see one that glows under a soft black hue, don't hesitate. You're looking at something far beyond money. You're looking at a legacy in silver, because the 1950 Franklin half-dollar isn't just a coin. It's a survivor, a masterpiece, a secret carried through 7 decades of American history, finally emerging in the spotlight where it belongs. So, to every viewer watching right now, remember this moment. You've just seen the 4 most powerful ultra-rare Franklin half-dollars in existence. From 1948 to 1963, each one tells a story of rarity, history, and unstoppable value. And this final one, 1950, without mint mark and dressed in its black mysterious armor, stands as the crown jewel. Stay with true coin value, because every day we uncover another secret, another hidden fortune, another piece of American history that might be sitting right where you least expect it. So don't blink. Don't scroll away. The next video could reveal the next treasure waiting for you. This is true coin value, where history turns into fortune.